Greetings, dear friend of destiny. Each new day is a silent invitation to wake up in mindfulness. If you have ever felt weary from the pressure to improve yourself, or the urgings to overhaul your entire life according to the frantic standards of the world out there, then today I invite you to give yourself permission to rest. In the Buddha's teachings, self-perfection has never been a race to reach some far-off perfection. It is simply the journey back to original stillness, learning to live intentionally and cherishing your own presence. We do not need grand overhauls for our lives. We only need 7 subtle practices a little each day to rekindle the inherent flow of peace within our souls. What if becoming better was never about gaining more, but simply learning to recognize more deeply what is already present? Let us begin that quiet journey home right now. Practice 1. Crafting the morning, creating yourself. Imagine the first rays of dawn as they touch the earth. This is the most sacred time, where the boundary between dreams and reality merges into one. In Buddhist philosophy, each morning is not just the start of a day, but an opportunity to be reborn. If life is a garden, the first hours after waking are when we choose the seeds to sow. Most of us unintentionally start the day in a rush. The alarm blares, and immediately our hand reaches for the phone. In that moment, we throw open the doors to the noisy world. Negative news and nameless pressures flood in, seizing control of our minds before we can even greet ourselves. We are no longer living a new day. We are reacting to it. I invite you to lay the first brick of a peaceful foundation with a sacred pause. Turn dry morning habits into a soul-nourishing ritual. Discipline here is not harshness. It is self-respect and love for yourself. Try this. Before touching your phone, before worries rush in, sit still on your bed and take 3 mindful breaths. Inhaling, you know you are alive. Exhaling, you smile at that life. Just 3 breaths are enough to reclaim mastery over your inner home. Follow this with a quiet space for gentle movement, a prayer, a few pages of wisdom, or simply watching a branch outside the window. How you enter the morning is how you enter life. Practice 2. Set 1 intention, not 50. Have you ever felt like your mind is trying to juggle 50 balls at once? We enter the day with a long list of cravings, health, success, tolerance, and perfection in every responsibility. But when we try to hold too much, we end up dropping everything. The Buddha taught a powerful state of consciousness called ekagrata, or one-pointedness. Imagine a sunbeam. If scattered, it provides only mild warmth. But if focused through a lens, it can create fire. Our minds are the same. Modernity teaches multitasking, but ancient wisdom reminds us that dispersion is the start of fatigue. Choose one inner compass for the day. If you choose kindness, let every action, from cooking a meal to driving in traffic, revolve around that value. Focusing on one intention doesn't mean doing less. It means deepening the quality of everything you touch. Ask yourself, if I could only choose one intention to carry today, what would it be? Let that single light guide you. Practice 3. Break patterns. Don't break yourself. When looking at old habits that repeat year after year, do you feel broken? Perhaps it is the promise to be less angry or more disciplined, only to slide down the same old path. I want to share a truth to liberate your heart. You are not broken. What is out of rhythm are merely your habit patterns. The Buddha taught pratityasamutpada, the law of dependent origination. Everything arises when conditions are met. Habits are like deep trenches formed by years of rain. Water simply flows the way it has always gone. Real growth never comes from self-punishment. We cannot use darkness to dispel darkness. Instead, use the light of awareness. When you catch yourself falling into an old habit, Don't say, "I am terrible." Smile and recognize, the habit pattern is arising. A small interruption. A mindful breath or moment of silence weakens the old conditions. Don't shatter yourself to change. Simply recognize and gently redirect the flow. Practice 4. Don't chase time. Cherish energy. Why do we sometimes work for hours and feel empty, yet 10 minutes of silent presence leaves us vibrant? We live in an age obsessed with numbers. We count minutes and mistake busy for growth. But time is a dry mechanical concept. Energy is the breath of life. The Buddha never measured devotion by how long one knelt, but by the quality of presence in the mind. Learn to observe your energy flow rather than the clock. Treat your attention as a sacred treasure. Align your activities with 3 natural energy states: high energy, for deep work, meditation, or complex problems; middle energy, for routine tasks like cleaning or cooking; low energy. This is not a time to push, but an invitation from the body to rest and reflect. Progress is not measured by the quantity of work completed, but by the level of peace and alertness you maintain. Practice 5. Steadfastly purify your environment. When you step into a quiet temple, your soul calms. This is because the environment is designed to nourish stillness. The Buddha taught that the mind is like a mirror. It reflects whatever surrounds it. If your surroundings are chaotic, the mirror cannot reflect peace. To heal, perform a deep clean in 4 areas. Physical space. Clutter is visual noise. Every unused item occupies a piece of your energy. When you clear a cupboard, you clear a corner of your mind. Digital space. Be brave enough to turn off unnecessary notifications and leave groups filled with toxic debate. Make your phone a tool for mindfulness, not a master of your time. Relationships. Practice compassion with clarity. You can love everyone, but you have the right to choose who enters your inner circle. Spend time with those who bring light and kindness. Internal dialogue. The closest environment is what you say to yourself. Purify self-blame. Water your soul with loving affirmations. You are not being cold. By setting these boundaries, you are committing to your healing. Practice 6. Turn discipline into the language of love. For many, discipline evokes punishment or guilt. But under the light of compassion, discipline is the highest form of self-respect. In the Eightfold Path, the Buddha taught Jula ethics precepts. These are not barriers to freedom, but safety boundaries built with wisdom. Imagine discipline as a sturdy levee for a river. Without the levee, the water scatters and vanishes. With it, the river gains the power to flow deep and reach the ocean. When you choose to sleep on time or eat healthily, you aren't forcing yourself. You are whispering, "I cherish your presence. I want you to be well." Buddhist wisdom values consistency over absolute perfection. If you fall, don't criticize. Criticism never creates sustainable healing. Simply smile, forgive yourself, and quietly begin again. Say to yourself, "I do this because I care." Practice 7. Silently reflect before sleep. As the day fades, we stand at a sacred threshold, the transition from action to rest. Don't let sleep be just physical exhaustion. Turn it into a ritual of closing the day with wisdom. Reflecting is not a trial where you play the judge. It is the practice of filtering what is precious and letting go of the unnecessary. Before closing your eyes, ask yourself 3 questions. What moment today made my heart feel warm? What new thing did I realize about myself today? Right now, what can I let go of to sleep deeply? Leave your worries at the doorstep of today. You have done your best. Now, let the silence do the rest. We have traveled 7 paths of awakening together. True transformation does not come from stormy efforts, but from small choices repeated with awareness and compassion. May the light of the Buddha's wisdom illuminate your soul. May compassion warm every corner of your heart. May you have enough stillness to navigate life's shifts, and enough love to forgive yourself and all beings. Sleep deeply, be at peace, and wake up reborn in joy.